Hey guys, welcome back to K2H YouTube channel, Knives to Have. I'm here doing a review on Michael Walker ZDP-189 steel blade, code C22CFPE. I just got back from a week of touring in France, Chamonix. We did some nice touring of Mont Blanc area, mountains there, with 2 nights at the huts. About total of 30 miles with about 1200 feet of elevation gain. It's a beautiful place. If you get a chance to go, I highly recommend it. But why I wanted to talk about Michael Walker? Well, because I was before leaving for France, I was considering what knife to bring, and what I ended up bringing with me was Falk Newman F1, Michael Walker, and I also brought one small Leatherman Squirt P4, great little multi-tool with pliers, which I was intending to use for any kind of small gear repairs, trekking poles, losing a screw or something. I didn't have to use it, but it was nice to have it around. Great little tool. Anyways, F1 performed flawlessly, but it stayed in the hotel room most of the time. And the reason being is because in Europe I didn't feel comfortable walking around with a fairly large knife dangling on my belt, or sticking out of my pocket. It's just not the kind of place where you do that kind of thing. Maybe it's just me, but I felt like it was just not necessary, and to be honest with you, it wasn't necessary at all. The type of touring we did involved long distances in fairly remote areas, but in France and Switzerland they have a very good hut system where you have access to fresh water and food, and really you're only 4 or 5 miles away from the next hut. So really bringing a large or medium-sized survival knife there is just not really appropriate. There's just no need for it. So while I took F1 with me, and I was happy to have it, it stayed in the hotel room. Most of the time I was just peeling fruits with it and such. But what I did bring with me on the trail was Michael Walker. And the reason I did that is because it's fairly small knife, very lightweight. So in terms of weight conscious hiker, you really are not adding any kind of weight to it. And it's extremely sharp. This blade is just crazy sharp. It also doesn't look menacing. And in a country like France, where I wasn't familiar with the laws, this is the kind of knife I wanted to have with me. Something not, something that doesn't look threatening, right? And it just kind of disappeared in the pocket. Worked extremely well. I had to cut peel some tomatoes on the trail, cut some bread, slice some cheese, stuff like that. It performed flawlessly. The blade itself is extremely sharp. In fact, I cut my finger pretty badly with it, and I mean it just did what it's supposed to do. It cuts. This thing is a cutter. It's not a very sturdy blade because it doesn't have full metal liners. It just has this carbon fiber liners, but it locks up really nicely, opens up very quickly, and it's extremely portable and lightweight, as I mentioned. And it looks great too. Look at the way it opens. has that really nice solid click. It's a liner lock. It just clicks here and locks really well. After carrying it on the trail for 4 days and then another week in Italy, the only issue I see here is that because the clip is so highly polished, it developed a little rash scratches in this area, and that's about it. As you can see, the carbon fiber itself, that's how it came from the factory. It's just not, perfectly clean. I guess when they drill the holes, it has some flaking around the screw areas, but it's just cosmetic. It doesn't really affect the use of the knife at all, and it doesn't bother me much. But it's just something that you should be aware of if you're purchasing and you're picky with these kinds of things. It's just, I guess, something you should be aware of. Okay. Other than that, it's a great knife. The blade is centered perfectly. Again, it's extremely lightweight and very useful for lightweight duties. Just be careful, it's extremely sharp. Yeah, I mean, I think I said that it only has carbon fiber liner. I have to correct myself. It has one stainless steel liner on one side, and the other side is carbon fiber. What I especially like about this knife is how easy it is to open one-handed and close it one-handed because of the liner lock. And I love the way it solidly clicks into place. You just know that the lock engaged really well. Great little blade. Cool design. Very comfortable in your hand. And let me tell you, it's a good cutter. It will slice anything made of, let me say this, it will slice anything that you can eat with ease. Okay? No worries about that. Unlike Cali 3, this is pure ZDP-189 steel. Cali 3 is laminated, but this is pure ZDP. Cool stuff. I like the shape of the blade with this. Knife. Great blade. Great blade. We only had 5 of them, and I kept this one for myself. I'm gonna keep it as a EDC blade for these kinds of lightweight outings, and we're gonna put the rest of them on our Amazon web store or Amazon.com, where you can purchase them. But yeah, it's a great little blade, and I highly recommend it. It's a limited run, so once they're gone, so grab them while you can, because once they are sold out, that's it. They're not gonna make them anymore. Okay, hope you enjoyed the review, and thanks for watching. See you. Bye bye.